Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here, back with some more StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm action. This time it is going to be on the map Akilon Wastes, which is one of the new maps in Heart of the Swarm ladder. So a lot of people have been playing this map recently. Let's go ahead and introduce our players. Down in the bottom right side, it is going to be Bazinga. A lot of you probably get that reference, and that is quite a fun name to say while casting. I can only assume. It looks like a lot of fun to me. Oh, snap. We are going to be having a 6-pool up here by our Zerg opponent, or our Zerg other player. His name is Tesseract, which sounds like it's from something. I don't get the reference, but I'm sure it's something super nerdy that I should know. It sounds so familiar, but this game is going to get underway. Now tell me, how many of you are rubbing your hands together mischievously? It's all you Zerg players out there. I know you are, because anytime you want to beat me, this is the build you use. Of course, I play Protoss, which is obviously the inferior race, and that's the only reason I lose. But we do have our Terran player going to be walling in here, so he should be fine. This SCV is just running in a giant circle. So if another SCV decides to come up here and build an early supply depot, which is not even going to be that early, then he's going to be able to hold this off just fine. The Lings are on the way. Very surprised to see this in this matchup on this map. We'll see exactly how much damage these actually do. But you're going to go, okay, so you're going to do that, and he's actually going to be going for the 8 Zerglings, cancels the extractor, puts him back on minerals. Here comes the Lings right now. 2 more to back it up, and oh no, Tesseract, you mad, bro? Because it's going to be completely walled in here, and those Lings are going to do absolutely nothing. Yes, they'll be able to knock on the front door. Yes, they'll be able to get map control. They could even kill these unbuildable rocks if they wanted to, but other than that, they are not going to be doing a whole lot. This is one of those moments where this SCV is going to see this and go like, oh, well, that's good news, except for the fact that he died. But hey, at least he phoned home and was like, hey, good news, guys. And the guys over here are like, yeah, bro, that's awesome news. It was great knowing you. All right, looks like another SCV will go down. So 2 SCV kills for his efforts. That is more than you would normally get in this situation. These Lings are going to have to back out here, though. I mean, they are not going to do anything at all. So that awkward moment when you run. Oh, he is actually going to go. He is actually going to go for the rocks. That is actually hilarious. I was joking when I said that. Apparently, man, he just hates those rocks. Apparently is going to open up this 3rd base for him as well. What are you? You're actually helping your opponent right now. I would just like to let you know what would be smart is for him to kill these rocks and then destroy them right here so that he can't wall this up. That's just my 2 cents. But Tesseract says, Husky, look, bro, I'm the one who's 6-pooling here, so I know what I'm doing. And they do have the one spotting Zergling over here, kind of chilling out, waiting to see if anything comes down that ramp. Only 2 Marines right now. We do have a factory on the way as well, so not quite sure what the Lings are doing there. I guess he's trying to be active with them. So if there was a damage dealt to rocks tab, then there would definitely be a favoring for Tesseract, which I don't think they're going to be adding that in anytime soon. But you know, if there's any chance for it, we got to convince Dustin Browder that we need a damage dealt to rocks tab. All right, so we do have the other rocks going to be taken out right there, and it looks like Bazinga, you can tell that he's actually terrified of an all-in. You can see how he's doing his wall-in here is very, very safe. I don't think he wants to waste a scan because the risk of a Baneling all-in is actually extremely high right now, and so that's why he's going to be walling in, playing it safe. But also, look how he's doing this. He's building 2 bunkers. This is only a waste of 50 minerals, because if he salvages these, he's going to be able to get that money back. So he's only going to lose 50 minerals there. And the other buildings, a supply depot here, maybe even another one will go down there. Those are buildings he's going to need anyway, so it's not even a total waste. And the Widowmine going to get some kills. Oh, God! Look at how painful that is for these Zerglings, showing out the new physics that they added. But that Widowmine's like, sup, son, what you got? I don't know why these 2 players are like total bros in this cast, but they are for now, and we're going to stick with it as we do have double gas on the way for Tesseract. Now, Tesseract will have the ability to expand here. He will have the ability to drone up for a little bit, and 6-pooling definitely doesn't put you as far behind in StarCraft 2 as it did in StarCraft 1, but that's not to say he is in a very comfortable position at all. Now, I will say that Bazinga definitely needs to throw down a command center. He could even throw down a 2nd command center if he wanted, especially since he has these Widow Mines. If the Zerg player tries to run up there with too much, they will get taken out, and taken out quickly. So he does salvage 1 bunker, keeps the other one alive, still playing it safe here. Honestly, in his position, I would have thrown down another command center, but at the same time, that makes you susceptible to a timing attack that maybe he hasn't scouted yet. Now, right now, that is not going to be a threat here, because both players are playing in the dark. They literally are playing playing without their monitors plugged in right now because they have no idea what their opponent is going to be sending at them. So we have the Spore Crawler going to be on the way right now, but you can see there's really no threat of a Spore Crawler. Oh my god, he did go ahead and throw down another command center. So I guess I'm just a saint and I know everything that's going to happen in this game. You know what's going to happen next? He's got to make some workers. Actually, he's not making any workers right now, so maybe not. Maybe I'm not that good of a prophet. But we do have the double command center, and one of them is already upgrading to an orbital. The third one most likely will be as well. We do have the Widow Mines down here, so not only securing this location, but that's going to be resources in his army that he can use to try and secure the one down here. Now, it is still silly to me that he cleaned out those rocks, because that makes it easier for him to take that base. But you know what? I guess that's what he gets for 6 pooling. Maybe he's like, all right, I'm sorry for cheesing you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Here, I'll do some yard work for you for free. And that will be even. Now we do have the double watchtowers in the middle, taken by Tesseract with both of his Zerglings there. I did look up these players. They were both in Masters League, so I'm assuming that this is either a Master or Grandmaster level play in the beta, because there's not that many people playing the beta, so most people in Grandmaster are actually Masters players. So we do have the Zergling guy get taken out. The 4 Hellions have revealed their strategy, which is to be 4 Hellions and to potentially attack one of the bases. But it does look like the Hellions got to be moving out right now. And they do spot the creep spread, but they aren't going to really be able to do anything to the creep tumors. They don't know exactly where those creep tumors are going to be at. Now, is he going to be able to secure another tower? That's the real question. It does look like a couple of Zerglings now get taken out. Oh, they explode now if the Marines kill them. Sorry, there's so many cool new death animations that sometimes they take me by surprise. Apparently, Zerglings explode. We've also seen in the last cast, Marines' arms. They just bounce all day. I don't know what that's about. We do have the 2 tech labs going to be added on here onto those factories. So we are going to be seeing a mech style, which just because we saw a couple Widow Mines and a couple Hellions doesn't mean it was going to be full-on mech. But now it is confirmed to, well, indeed be full-on mech. So we are going to be seeing a lot of potential with Thors, siege tanks as well. Blue Flame upgrades, always a potential, and I think mech is a lot more fun to watch in Heart of the Swarm. Oh, this poor queen. Wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know where she thinks she's going, but we do have a bunker wall-in taking place right here. And Zerglings are not going to be able to clean that up. We're going to have to get a range unit on this. I just lied to all of you. It did manage to kill off one of the bunkers there. Did the SCV die? It looks like yes. But that bunker is going to go down. Plus, the creep thread has finished there now, so we cannot build another bunker there. But he is going to be working down this hatchery. But is he being too aggressive? My mind says yes, but we are about to find out if he can hold this up. I think the Hellions will be able to escape, but even the bunker might be slowing them down a little bit here, and it would be hilarious. I just want to see these rocks collapse onto the bunker just to kill it off. Look at the bunker covered in creep, but it does look like the Zerglings are pissed. They're going to take out one of the bunkers, but at some point, I mean, you got to get a roach warren going. So those queens not going to be able to do a whole lot. Yes, they will be able to kill the Hellions, but it's not enough to allow mining at this base right now. So basically a lot of action so far in this game. And I want to thank Cosmo, by the way, for sending me this replay. I think I'm saying the name correctly. Thank you for sending this to HuskyReplays@gmail.com. So far, it's a good game, man. As we do have the links, trying to get this bunker into the red. That's all they're trying to do. It wasn't quite enough just yet. And you can see that. I think he actually decided to attack the rocks and try and collapse it onto the bunker. Decides to go with just Zerglings, though. Does get a nice surround there. Tesseract got to be able to clean this out easy for breezy. And a slight misclick there by Bazinga, getting those Hellions completely surrounded. And one thing that Tesseract can actually do is collapse these rocks right here. That's one less attack path for those Hellions, which right now we do have some swarm hosts on the way, so are going to be seeing some of those units utilized. And the Widow Mines out of position, but they burrow so quickly, it don't even matter. Oh, God, that is so bloody. So bloody and so awesome. You can see right there, Bazinga says LOL. Saying that was close, because yeah, they were almost able to get in there, but those Widow Mines just in time, and oh, God, that is so brutal, so brutal, as we do have, what exactly does our Terror player have going on? There's been a lot going on in this game that I kind of lost track. We do have the +1/+1, siege tanks are now here, siege mode is on the way, as well as the missile turret going to be going down. I guess he's just going to be playing at Turtle Terran, and let's see, we have 21 out of 21 workers here. 9 out of 24, but he does have double gas right now. So producing 3 SCVs at this point is actually a smart maneuver. Finally salvages that last bunker there, gets a little bit of his money back. Does he decide to destroy these destructible rocks? He very easily could. Are these 2 Marines, is that your job? Yes, it is. So they can go shoot at rocks all day. But at the same time, Tesseract has got his third base up. He's working on his fourth base as well. So both these players, I would say, are going to be relatively even. All things considered. I mean, take a look at the units tab. Only 44 drones. So we do need to see a couple waves of them out of Tesseract, which is exactly what he's doing. He's making a couple of drones for every attacking unit he's making, and it looks like he is going to be pretty aggressive with these swarm hosts here. Going to be sending them directly at the front of the base. Thankfully, friends, there are no widow mines in position here to defend this. Sends in one at a time, and this is kind of the way to do it. He does have an overseer here as well to spot this. A beautiful play to actually see exactly where these widow mines are at. They are going to get taken out, but unfortunately for him, the locusts do eventually time out. But both players opting to use the new units in the game, showing us just how fun the expansion can be. At least I'm enjoying watching this, if you guys are as well. We do have siege tanks on the high ground, though. Going to be able to deal with this quite easily. And flies in the air. Not going to be able to do too much damage here. The Hellions got to try and move out. I don't know if that's the best idea here. Oh, the fungal right there got to trap those. The Hellions will be able to kill one of the swarm hosts, but I mean, at the cost of that many Hellions, I don't really think that it's actually worth it. Now, one thing you can do with these locusts is just run them directly against the supply depot, and that's going to make them take splash damage onto the supply depots themselves. So definitely worth it here. But for now, he is going to be screening them in here. Notice he's not sending them all in one group. That's going to allow him to, I think, get a shot off here. No, not really. No free damage being dealt. There is just 2 mini siege tanks, and does manage to kill off an SCV, but that's basically going to be a non-stop onslaught. But it's kind of the chamber of death at this point, because there's a lot of siege tanks here. There's going to be more and more here pretty soon. The overseer, though, is well overseeing that, hey, there's no anti-air at this stage of the game. Does delay Hellion production, very nice there. I think Contaminate is an ability we don't see used very often, and for good reason. It does cost a lot of energy, and the timing doesn't normally work out. It takes so long to get that energy, but that is an awesome ability to use. Will delay tech, will delay upgrades, and will also delay the units. So we do have Overlord's going to be puking creeper. Do we have Queens moving down? That would be a pretty sick addition here. No, we don't. But either way, putting creep troopers this close to your opponent's base can be infuriating for them. And pooping on all their workers, that can definitely rain on their parades. So mules don't care, of course. The SCVs, man. Can you imagine how disgusting the Overlord puke must be? There's no way that something this color smells good. It probably smells like a mix between dog and cat puke. You guys know the smells I'm talking about. Ugh. Ugh, looks like the roaches, they get the mission to go ahead and try and kill off these destructible rocks, but it was just not meant to be. The roaches just exploding all over the place. But, you know, one good thing about the expansion, I suppose, is that there's a lot of units that force engagements. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. This is one you see that in the Tempest a lot. And, yeah, even kind of Widow Mines, you can just run them in and throw them in the mineral lines. So we do see those locusts do not stand one hell of a chance. We do have 7 turrets on the way. We can just cycle through these quite easily, because he is definitely worried about something in the air. It might be drops, because he saw the Overlords were moving relatively quickly, so maybe he's afraid of drops, maybe he's afraid of mass build-up, but either way, he's going to be turtling on these 3 bases for quite some time. He is working on the +1 ship weapons, which I can only assume is going to be for the Vikings and the Banshees, because Banshees are, we've seen in the past, a good way at dealing with the swarm host, because you scan, use the Banshee on them. If the infestors come in, yes, they can fungal, but at the same time, the Banshees are still going to be killing off the swarm host, so it almost ends up working out evenly. Now, we do have the Terran Vehicle Weapons level 2 on the way. The Viking right here getting a fresh upgrade to go ahead and take out some of these areas. The Banshees have shown themselves, and like I was saying, you can spread them out. Yes, but they're still going to kill off your swarm host. And there's the infested Terrans being thrown out here, so good multitasking should be able to clean out both these Banshees. And the last one does escape there, so only 1 kill for free, but you know, that really only costs some energy. But this Viking is being quite the pest, does have 1 kill, and could actually get 3 Overlord kills right here if he does not deal with it with a fungal and a couple infested Terrans. There he goes. But the Viking right now having a good time. Gonna be able to get 3 kills before he goes down. Eventually ends up dying. The Hellion's gotta be slipping out of here. Can he actually spot them? He does throw down the scan, and the Fungals though gonna clean those up once again. You gotta be mighty careful. Now I do have to say that Tesseract, I don't think he quite has enough units here to set up this kind of contain. He does have 76 drones, which is pretty good, but I mean, you can see here he's having problems spending all this money. He is now remaking those Overlords because he did get supply block from those Vikings, but it's definitely time to leave now, because all the onslaught units, I'm just gonna call it an onslaught unit, because that's as sensitive as the swarm host is. You basically onslaught the front of their base nonstop. I don't know why I decided on that word, but we're sticking to it. But since those onslaught units are now done, then you can't really set up any sort of contain with what he's got. But he does have his opponent dwindling on 3 bases. Now, I say dwindling because a Terran player at this point would love to have a 4th base, be able to have a backup plan, because currently there is no plan B, so to say, as he's just got the one big army, and if he loses that, then he very well could lose the game. What he might need to do is use this army to only secure a 4th base, and Tesseract is actually working on Mutalisk. He's making Mutalisk, Zerglings, Roaches. He's working on Burrow Charge and 3 upgrades at a time. He doesn't actually know what he's going for. And Broodlords. So basically, he's going to be unlocking everything in the game, like it's some sort of achievement. So he's going to be having every tech option available to him. And I don't know how that plays out versus a Meching Terran, because usually you just want to see a lot of Broodlords. Mutalisk pretty good though as well. There's 2 Thors down here though. I don't think this is the best idea for the Mutalisk. They did not magic box correctly. And no, that was not the way to go about that. He's gonna have to back out. He's way behind in supply, but there he goes. Finally making 20 roaches. Yes, that is 40 supply in roaches. I don't know why he waited so long to do that, to be quite frank. I mean, getting that many Mutalisks out, it was like just enough to make it not be like, it was just enough to cost a lot of money, but not enough to do a lot of damage, if that makes sense. So he wasn't able to do any substantial damage to the Thors. Here comes the push right now. They do have +2 attack. Only 1 armor, though, so that's going to play a big role with these Lynx versus the Hellions and the Roaches versus the Thors, because it is not going to be reducing that much damage. I think he actually ended up winning that battle, but my god, he has lost so much money in comparison to his opponent. He does have Ultras on the way. This is actually the worst idea since, like, that time you toasted bread while you were taking a bath. Like, it's a really bad idea to go for Ultras versus Mech, because take a look at the Siege Tanks. They're going to be doing 60 damage versus Armored, and take a look at the Thors. They do full damage to large units. Now, what I mean by that is that if a Thor attacks a Zergling, it's only doing the Zergling's life. If a Thor attacks a Ultralisk, it is doing... What is that? Is that 74 damage? Something like that? It's absurd. That's why you do not go Ultralisk versus Mech, because everything is good versus them. The Banshees as well. Even the Vikings can land. The Hellions are basically just paperweights at that point. But Broodlords are what you want to try and go for. And it does look like Tesseract trying to mix it in. He's like, Husky, I'm getting a Broodlord. We'll see if that ends up working out or not. But at this point in the game, I mean, he's got quite a few drones, but it's not a lot, and that does mean his army will be larger, but at the same time, does he have the army that he needs? I want to say the answer is no. We do have the 4th base on the way here. A Nidus Swarm would actually be beautiful. That would be so beautiful. It would be beautiful, as he could place it right here and then just attack. What are these? Is he just using these for Ravens? Because he is working on a lot of upgrades, though. He does have the Corvid Reactor, increasing the starting energy of Ravens. He's got Cloaking for his Banshee. Oh my god, we got lots of stuff going on. We got Banshee over here, we got a Banshees over there, and a Banshee, single Marine here, pretending to be a Banshee. It does look like these Banshees get a couple of kills, 6 kills on that other Banshee before it gets taken out. But the hatchery actually goes down. The drones decide it is time to burrow. This Marine right here, it just wishes he was a siege tank, but unfortunately they only gave him the little rifle that Marines start with, and here comes the Doom. Look at the mini-map. That is not a good time to be this guy. He was a good guy. His name was Jimmy, not to be confused with Jim Raynor, but he gets that a lot. Now he's not ever going to get it because he just died. But either way, is able to take out one of those bases. We do have the 5th base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base going to be back on the way. But you have to remember, at this point, it's mostly both players trying to bankroll, and that is going to favor the Zerg a great deal, because you can save up the larva, do lots of damage. A nice engagement here, though, for Tesseract. Got to be even that score quite a bit. But still, nowhere. How is this even possible? How do you lose that much more than your opponent here? And a couple Zerglings gotta get taken out. Eventually, the Hellions will die. And here comes the Ultras. Oh, avert your eyes. This is not going to be pretty. This is not going to be pretty at all. He is trying to use the charge there, which does disrupt the attacks a little bit, and does get right on top of the siege tanks. Did he actually do it? Maybe don't avert your eyes. I guess he did quite a bit of damage, but he's still like double behind. And that Ultralisk, man, you can see right there, it does help them get on top of those tanks, but still not enough. Thors are just like, what? That was pretty easy. And we do have the Banshees over here. This is the hatchery hit squad, able to kill what looks like could potentially be their 2nd hatchery. I think a Nidus Swarm, honestly, is the way to go in this situation. But, you know, it's kind of when you're in the heat of the battle, you never really think to do those things. This expansion is actually going to go down. So, hatcheries killed by these Banshees, currently up to 2. Huge victory for our Terran, because you got to remember, Bazinga did end up losing a lot of units in that battle, and when you're going to mech Terran, you build units very slowly. That's just how it goes. Thors take for freaking ever. Siege tanks, Hellions, those aren't units that build immediately. And, you know, that's something you have to keep in mind. Now, right now, he did retain his Vikings. So he has full air superiority, which means that he's going to have Raven count currently at 6. Wow. Very impressive there. We also have the Seeker Missile unlocked. He just needs to get more energy on these Ravens. He's also, of course, always got the point defense drone and the auto turret. And at this point, he is just throwing around Hellions to kind of see what the army supply is at, see what the army composition is at, and just see where the bases are at. So I think that throwing those away at this point is good. It does help out Tesseract, of course, if he's able to intercept those, but still somehow double lost for Tesseract. He is still in this game, though, showing the resilience of a macro-style Zerg. As long as you can keep those drones alive, keep the mining alive, then you can keep the dream alive. Now, we do have the Corruptors out now. They do have +1 attack, but, you know, these Vikings with the +2 attack working on +3, even going to be getting the +1. What are these turrets doing? Apparently just chilling out here. Even getting the +1 ship armor. That is going to be huge. He does have an upgrade advantage, not something we're used to seeing out of Terran. A couple of SCVs, are they going to be sacrificed, or are they going to be sent to repair? It looks like right now they are going to be repaired, and this is something you'll see a lot of Terran players do, is set up defensive positionings here with the command centers. I guess they're not going to repair, they're actually securing the top right side base. So this is like awkwardly close for bases to be. This is like having the worst neighbor ever. Oh my god, and the noisiest neighbor ever as they drop 500,000 bills. Oh god. Oh, take a look at the income. It goes from 1,800 all the way up to 3,000 in just a matter of seconds. Oh, you know, 3,500, 3,900, and it goes over 4,000. He's almost at 5,000 minerals. Oh my god, mules are so good. Oh, that is so much money. Look at this money skyrocket. Jeez, that's almost the highest thing I've ever seen, except in like fastest map possible. So we have 4 battle cruisers on the way, so they are definitely making this game interesting. The Ultra's going to be moving out here. Not a good place to engage with all those siege tanks on the low ground. They are getting repaired as well, but there are Hellions up on the high ground. That's going to be once again some free damage dealt, but he needs to get this army out of position. He also needs to kill these mules. Where are you going? Oh no. If only the Ultralists would have known how many mules were actually there. That would have been the feast of the ages. Although not a very good Thanksgiving feast, because I imagine mules don't taste very good. But either way, creep spread's looking good. Infestor count is sort of good. Not as many as you would like. He doesn't have Neural Parasite, though. That's something that he definitely wants to get. The scan is revealing. Oh, Seeker Missile. Seeker Missile, here we go. And, oh dear. Oh dear. Takes out one. It's got to take out more. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That really sucks for Tesseract. You can see nothing on the production tab for either player, except for more Battle Cruisers, of course, because why not Battle Cruisers? It does look like the Broodlords, though, taking out a couple Thors, working on these siege tanks as well. They are going to get taken down by the air units here, though. At least I believe so. This Broodlord, this is Airman, almost kills off that last siege tank. It narrowly survives. But so far, a pretty non-stop game from both these players. It's not like one's defending and one's attacking. They're basically trying to jockey for position in the center of the map. And for some reason, I always imagine, like when I say jockeying for position, I always imagine them being miniature-sized jockeys. I don't know why they're miniature-sized, but they are in this, jockeying on their seats with those little whips that they use on the backs of horses. Anyways, I don't know why I think that, but we do see the Ultra's going to be moving down here. This is the kind of victory that Tesseract needs. Getting this army out of position, you can see, has finally cut into that unit's loss tab a little bit, and he is going to be killing out this expansion as well. This is going to be free damage, but he is going to lose his air units. But no, the Fungals are on fire, and they're also on the Vikings. Can they get away? Oh no, there's not enough Fungals to seal the deal. The Corruptors get a little too over-eager. They're still only at 1 attack. And this expansion has been taken out. The Corruptor is going to town on the building itself. But this is just, for both players, very, very bad. But we do have a lot of money being able to be invested by Bazinga. Although he is still taking his sweet little time being the rest of those upgrades. He does have 6 starports, which is 5 battlecruisers at a time, as the other one does have a reactor on it. But it is going to be a lot of battlecruisers. Now, it's one of those things like when behind, don't make battlecruisers, and also when ahead, don't make battlecruisers. So I'm curious to see if this actually works out, because Bazinga hasn't wasted as much money as Tesseract. So the longer the game goes on, Tesseract's going to feel the pressure to kill off another army to even the score a little bit, because Bazinga is going to have a lot of money to spend. You can see 3,000 minerals, 500 gas. He's got income at, how many bases do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases right now. A planetary just pulling out in the center of the map. There is actually going to be an attack down here. We haven't seen a classic straight-on attack in quite some time. He wants to kill off as many SCVs as he can because he knows his opponent is going to be hurting for SCVs. You can see 35, he was at 38. Much lower now. The Infestors, though, do go down, and we are going air Terran. I don't know what to call it, but it looks amazing. That is so many air units. Oh, my God. Can you actually deal with that as Zerg? Because I know you would normally say just build Corruptors, but when there's that many, I don't even know if that's an option. We do see the Command Center getting taken out here. The Planetary Fortress, the forever alone planetary, not able to ever mine minerals, but he just sits here with his big guns, which actually kind of sounds pretty fun if you ask me. The Hellions going to be attacking down the bottom left side. There are 2 Spine Crawlers, but they're in the worst spot ever, which means these drones are in the worst spot ever, and he's lining them up. He's got to be able to take them out, and taking him out to, I guess, Korean barbecue, man, because that's exactly what happened right there. A couple drones are going to be able to burrow in time. The Spike Crawler's like, oh, maybe, just maybe I should get over here. Does finally intercept those Hellions. Should be able to take them out. Oh, no. Oh, no, there's still 4 alive, which means that's a lot of dead drones. He's doing everything he can to keep himself in this game. And you know what? He's doing exactly that. Workers killed 39 to 36. Almost even in that regard, and we do have 56 drones, though, to 26 SCVs. You can see right now that Bazinga is just saying, you know what, Husky, we're going to use mules for mineral income and SCVs for gas income. I'm going to keep my SCV count low. I'm going to get the weapon refit, also known as the Yamada cannon. We'll see if he actually ever uses it, though. That is so many battlecruisers. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is anyone else about to vomit in their own mouth at how many amazingly awesome battlecruisers that is? Fungal growth on these Hellions down here are going to be doing lots and lots and lots of damage. Could throw down another fungal as well. But what is their APM at? Our Terran player making it look easy with his cool 84 APM while Tesseract is just all over the map. He's got to take out another orbital command. That's a nice victory for him, but can he take this on? He needs fungals, and he needs them now, but Point Finstro's got to make this battle so one-sided. And you can see the HP of these Corruptors right here. Oh, no, the Ultralisk is trying to engage Battlecruisers. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ultralisk are not very good versus Battlecruisers, so that's not a great engagement for him to have. He is now behind in supply. This is one of the game's biggest supply swings I've ever seen, as both players going from like 200 down to 100, back up to 200, all over the place with the supplies. So far this game is at 38 minutes. Thankfully my voice hasn't gone out just yet, but the Hellions right here got slipped into the main base, but guess what? There's not going to be anything there other than the world's loneliest queen. Really, basically all she does is puke on hatcheries all day. So she's excited to finally get some action up here by killing off these Hellions. We'll see if she gets any of her kills. Look at, as you can see, her next 3 commands are puke, puke, and puke. So that is just not a good day. Oh my God, that is so many battlecruisers. How many is he actually up to? 15 battlecruisers. 1 Thor being a total boss somewhere. Let's find him. There he is. He's like, hey, wait up for me, guys. I know I can't fly, but Thor is here. Is exactly what he's always going to say. He's actually just going to march right up here. He's going to try and take on the entire Zerg army. Does actually get some good splash damage off there with 1 shot. I think Thor is going to get taken out here. Not a chance, but the battlecruisers, production tab showing 7 Hellions, not 7 battlecruisers, unfortunately. I don't think he really has the money to do that, but we do have another base for our Zerg players set up in the bottom center. But here comes the battlecruiser arsenal of death. Is this actually stoppable? We do have Neural Parasite on the way and 5 Infestors, but his supply is suffering here. All he can do is make Zerglings, which actually Zerglings at this point would be a pretty good choice because you could do massive counterattack. But at some point you got to deal with the air army, and I don't know if he's got what it takes. We do have the Infestors being taken out. Yamada cannons charging up. Here they go. Boom, boom, taking out everything in the air, everything on the ground. We do still have a couple Neural Parasites thrown out, but they get cleaned up. The Corruptors unable to do the damage they need to, and that's actually going to be it. Oh, God, he is not happy about that loss. I don't even want to call that a GG. I'm kind of curious as to exactly what he said there, but, you know, I guess right now Bazinga is just going to relish in the victory by cleaning out more and more of this base. Not that I can blame him, because what a silly game that we just witnessed. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Tons of fun. If you are watching live streams of Master Plus level players, please talk to them. Tell them Husky wants to cast your games. And especially if you see a very specific game that was good, tell them to send it or get a copy of it and send it to huskyreplays@gmail.com. You guys are the best. And thank you for sending me lots of replays. You're keeping the masses entertained. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.